Sylvia was one of the very first members of the initial Chameleon Society, and we'd like to get her viewpoints on how it all started.
How it all started? Well, I had cross-dressed for years, since a teenager. We moved to Australia in '66. After a while we carried on dressing, but there was nowhere to go. And then suddenly this advertisement in the Sunday paper, it was couched in the form of the four girls who announced themselves as TVs for asking for new members, and I just simply wrote, or I might even have phoned, and I was asked to attend, which I did, and that, as far as I know, was the first organised meeting of TVs in Perth in our time anyway.
So who actually was the founder of the first Chameleon Society?
It was a very good person by the name of Barbara Burrows. We met at her house. It was she who put the advertisement in the paper, to which we had all answered. There were about 6 when I first went along.
Was the society initially heterosexual, transvestite, or were there other bodies?
No, it was exclusively heterosexual. Yes.
Did the society affiliate with the Seahorse group in the Eastern States at any time?
Not straight away, but we soon got to know of Seahorse, and correspondence was passed to and fro. They did suggest ideas how to run our society, which I think we must have taken their advice, because we seemed to run along on quite a smooth lines.
For the purposes of our friends overseas, could you explain why we use the term comedian?
Yes, well, we had no name in those first early days, and then it was running so successfully that we decided to form a definite society, and someone came up with the word chameleon, which is, as we all know, is a small reptile that can change its colour, and we thought, as we were male and were then female, that we were doing similar things, so it seemed very appropriate.
How long did the original group continue for?
I would say for 4 or 5 years, until the unfortunate demise of Barbara. Then I left about that time, but I don't think it stayed on much longer.
Were there any breakaways or situations where people were dissatisfied with the original concept of the group?
Yes, there were. That happened fairly early on. There were so many. The members were a complete cross-section. Some had been dressing for years, and others were new to it. So therefore, you had those that wanted to venture out and perhaps go places to a restaurant, and those that weren't quite as competent to do so. So therefore, there were some who did want to branch out and go, and this was not really the wish of Barbara at that time.
So in effect, the society went into sort of a decline until possibly what, 1983 close, when?
I think, Nicky, it was probably 82.
Right.
If I remember rightly, I think you and I were having coffee one night in Oscars, which was a gay coffee lounge, when we were approached by the management, because a psychologist by the name of Dr. Vivian Cass had been having lots of phone calls from men wanting to know about femininity, and she really didn't know what to advise them, and thought that maybe if there was a group or a society of transvestites, that would be the best situation. So subsequently, we met with Vivian Cass, and after much discussions and with her help, we formed the organisation that is still running today, that we have now, based basically at the Gay Society headquarters in Perth.
How's the actual meeting structure? Is it purely a coffee evening, or are there sort of counselling?
There's both, Nicky. There is counselling service by means of the telephone. We do advertise on a monthly basis. We used to advertise weekly, but we found that the costs for the outlay for the return was not satisfactory. So we advertise on a monthly basis, and we do have a phone-in answering service. Unfortunately, not many people seem to take the final step and meet with us. We've had somewhere in excess of 300 telephone calls, but the size of our group is, as you see tonight, there are 10 of us here.
Michelle, you are somewhat the backbone of this Monday night venture. Would you like to comment on perhaps why we're not getting sort of the contacts face-to-face?
Well, it has been discovered that one reason is that the paper we advertise in isn't read by those who really need the help and the service. Another thing is that those who do ring in and give them the address of where to come to find when they do a recce of the premises beforehand is not to their liking because of the locality and at night time. So until we can get more suitable premises, I think that our chances of enlarging the membership to any degree are rather slim.
And in order to increase our membership, we have to sort of perhaps introduce a fee for use of the premises as such. Do you see this as a sort of stumbling block?
No, no, Nicky, I don't see this as a stumbling block. I think any organisation that anybody belongs to these days, whether it's a tennis club, a bowling club or a beach club or whatever, they are all prepared to pay a membership fee to belong to that organisation. And I don't think that we should be any different to what they are.
So in order for us to sort of get our